name is Beth Heile here for Board Game Geek, and we are currently sitting in the Hot Games Room here at Gen Con 2016, and I'm joined by my guest, Felicia Day. Welcome to Gen Con.
Hello, Beth. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Now, you haven't been here, I think you said 13 years to Gen Con?
13 years, yeah. I came the first couple years when I did Geek and Sundry and Tabletop, and then I got too overwhelmed with the amount of work that I was doing, and I couldn't be the face of the company and the show anymore, but I FOMO'd out a lot. Every single year I've been FOMOing, so I'm so happy to be back. It is so much bigger.
Right.
It just blows me away.
Yeah. Well, and one of the things that brought you back here to Gen Con for this year is you have big news for those fans who have known you from the late aughts from the Guild.
Yes, from the Guild and from Geek and Sundry, my company. Yes, I'm doing a Kickstarter right now for the Guild reunion movie. It's our 20th anniversary in 2027. And we are fundraising for a reunion movie set at a Ren Fair. But this morning at the Gen Con opening ceremony, I announced that one of our stretch goals when we reach 4.5 million, which we just reached 4 million
I saw
today.
That, yes.
Okay, when we reach 4.5, Will Wheaton and I are going to reunite and do a show where we curate things around a theme, and then we play a board game around that that plays into that theme with our friends. Because we haven't been able to play board games together.
Yeah.
And so the show's called Conludo. So it's the big stretch goal that I'd love to achieve. But if we only do the movie, that's okay. But I have a feeling that fans are very excited to see us play games together again.
Now, one of the things I wanted to ask is if people were interested, like, oh, what's like the Guild? What is that? I'm not familiar with the original series. Do you feel like having knowledge of the series is a prerequisite to enjoying the movie, or do you feel like they could just jump right into the movie?
I'm trying to make it so that people can jump in. With everything I do, I always want to highlight a subgroup, make the subgroup people feel welcome and represented, because we often don't, especially gamers. When I was writing in 2007, nobody knew what an online gamer was. And then open a door for people who might not understand it, but would love it if they just got an entry point. So I did that with the Guild, with MMOs, and I did that with Tabletop, with board games, and Magic the Gathering, with the Spellslingers, a show that I did on Geek and Sundry, and Critical Role, all of these things were because I love them, and I just want to open a door for people to bring it into their own lives. So yes, I want everyone to love Ren Fair as much as I do. My hope is that even if you don't know the show before, you could jump right in, but all the fans will be really happy about what I've written, because it's really funny.
All flavors of geek welcome.
All flavors.
Now, one of the reasons we particularly wanted to sit down with you as part of this Kickstarter campaign, you were releasing a card game, which at BGG, obviously, we are the world's largest database of games.
I know. I always go to you guys when I'm looking for a new game.
That's what we like to hear. So I would really like you to kind of give us a little bit of information about the game that you're releasing, Swords and Sweethearts. Yes.
Yeah, it's a board game. Kind of was inspired by my Date My Avatar video. So, and also my absolute love of dating sims. So it is a dating sim RPG in card form. And my partner, my producing partner, Ryan Koppel, is the game designer, and he's brilliant. Yeah, he's a brilliant designer. So basically, you have a character, and you have stats, traditional RPG stats, and every round you draw a loot card to increase your stats. Like, you'll get some pants, and they'll be +2 to wisdom. And so you build your stats over time.
I just love that pants are maybe not a prerequisite to going on a date.
Listen, for this game, definitely you're going to lose your pants at some point.
All right, fair.
Although it is PG-13, this version. And so basically, there's a bunch of NPCs, suitors we call them, and you pick one that you'll roll to try to take on a date. You pull a date card, and it could go wrong. You could be forced to roll with a different stat than you thought, and you have to make the number on the date card to be able to win them. And first person to 20 points of dating. So you kind of build a harem. Again, PG. But the cool part about it is it's very fun. It's very fast. It's max of 4 players. And we have a special edition of the game for the Kickstarter that the cover will never be available anywhere else. And most importantly, I ask all my celebrity friends to be in the game.
Yes.
And they literally just gave me their faces to be put in the game so I can make a movie. Because movies are very hard to raise money for. They're just millions of dollars, and that's low budget.
Yeah.
So the fact that we're selling so much merch is the reason why we're going to be able to make a really cool movie. But we have Weird Al. We have Nathan Fillion as a very questionable character. He has hand You guys, when you see this card, you're going to be like, what in the world? I have another celebrity who requested a nipple ring. Again, we're trying to keep it PG, but we have Ruth Connell. We have tons of supernatural actors. Misha Collins is a baker. We have just so many celebrities.
I think Matt Dinnerman's Dungeon Crawler Carl.
We have Dungeon Crawler Carl. I have a couple of other lit RPGs that I haven't announced yet, but I got because I'm a huge lit RPG fan.
And if you're just into shorts right now, Jimothy.
We also have Catan. You can date a sheep. And I promise you, these are not available anywhere else.
Wood?
You can. No, we have bricks as an object. You can go to Catan on a date, and this sheep is a horror show. This dateable sheep is something that I just think it's a little too. Anyway, again, you can never get these celebrity cards anywhere else because it's only for the movie.
Right.
So, I mean, the list is so long. Rhett and Link, annoying Orange. You can date Orange. He's a little creep in a good way. We have other board games as well. Hades, the video game.
Yeah.
So it's like getting up to like 100 cards. I'm like, guys, we got to slow down. But my friends just keep saying yes. So I'm like, well, toss him in Joel Hodgson. Let's do it.
Now, one of the things that my duties at BGG are to be the editor of the BGG blog, and we often have designers writing diaries about their creative process of designing a game. So one of the questions I'm curious for you is, what was sort of the chicken and the egg here? Did you want to have a guild game, and you found a designer to make that, or did somebody have a game structure and mechanics, and you're like, oh, this could port over to sort of like to date my avatar pretty well? Like, which came first?
It 100% originated from, we will not raise enough money for a movie unless we have merchandise that's cool. So we have artists sourced everything. We made it as cool as possible, and it's working. And the last highest grossing movie was Veronica Mars in 2013. No other movie has come close, and we are, their record is 5.7.
Yeah.
Yes, because movies are just expensive. I mean, like 1 hour of TV is anywhere from $4 to $8 million an hour, and that's not even an hour. It's 44 minutes. So the fact that we're going to do probably half of that budget and do twice as much movie is already hard, but it's kind of hard to wrap your head around the fact that it's millions of dollars to make a movie. So we wanted to make some really cool stuff. My producing partner, who actually ran Geek and Sundry with me and built up all the things that we did at that company, he happens to be a designer, and he was like, okay, date my avatar. Well, you and I always played Marrying Mr. Darcy, and we would play all these video games together and yell at each other, and let's channel that into the game. So, it's fun to take these suitors on dates, but also you can interrupt and screw the other person's date over. It can get a little bit bitchy, but it's a fun game. And honestly, the first time I played it, I was like, oh, even without us involved, this is a great game. And so Cyanide and Happiness and Scrungo Games are behind it. They are so professional. They're so supportive of everything we do. And our artist Kayla is just like, and Bill, and they're just cranking cards out. Like celebrities just are so, and I'll give them to the celebrities and like, do you like, oh, I don't like my hairline. Can I have a nipple ring? Again, why? Why did you request a nipple ring?
That's going to be an interesting email or text to get.
Listen, I have it. I have proof.
I'm sure.
I got it in my inbox. Erica Ishii is like a nasty little, a demon. And I'm like, you're the sexiest demon I've ever seen. So, yeah, it's fun.
Now, with your Kickstarter campaign, as you mentioned, you've got T-shirts, hats, pins, posters.
We have a new challenge coin for Conludo.
Yeah,
we have founding member pins now.
The poop corn bucket.
Corn bucket. Yeah, we have a popcorn bucket that is a medieval pooping bucket.
So what I'm curious about is, was there anything that ended up being a challenge or surprise or something that evolved in a way you weren't expecting, like in creating this whole constellation of other things, not the movie? Something that was like, oh, that was a really interesting story of like, how did we get here?
It's the popcorn bucket is probably the one. I mean, you have to remember that we're raising all this money, but a lot of it is going to merchandising. So we're essentially open a merch store, and then all the profit goes to the movie.
Right.
And so we have to be very careful about what we're offering. I want the highest quality everything, but then we have to balance that with, well, how many are we going to sell? What's going to be the profit margin? Is enough going to go to the movie, right? And so the wonderful team that we've been working with Kickstarter, John Ritter Roderick, and all these wonderful artists and stuff, we really boiled it down to the things that I'm like, this is the maximum quality I can get, and the profit will go all to the movie, and it's going to make, and since so many people are ordering it, like the card game, we have so many card games sold, it's really making it easier for the bottom line to be made, but it's a lot of complex math.
Oh, I know.
And I know at the end of the day that I'm going to be covering it personally. So I'm like, okay, let's make sure the math works. But you know, I think the popcorn bucket is the thing. We wanted to do like a Codex staff that was lit up, like a huge, elaborate one.
Yeah.
And the price was just prohibitive, and it takes like 2 years in advance to make it. So then I think it was just John or Ryan, my producer partner. He was like, I don't know, we're doing a Ren Fair movie. What's Ren Fair? A pooping bucket.
And popcorn for the movies. Like,
And popcorn.
yes.
Well, honestly, I love collectible popcorn things, but like the Trojan horse, there's no popcorn in there. We have a true bucket. You can really dive in. You can put that butter in there. It's going to be beautifully molded, and you know, so a bucket. You want a true bucket for your popcorn, and you can poop in it.
I mean, it's like multifunctional.
Listen, you can never not use a bucket.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Now, the last bit we haven't mentioned that is also still part of this Kickstarter is that you guys are also releasing a RPG as well.
We are. The Hit Point Press has teamed up with us, and they are just incredible. And my co-star, Vince Casso, who was 15 when we started the guild, he is a professional DM and writer, and I didn't know this until over COVID. I was like, hey guys, we should just get together and do a charity game playing RPGs, and we had so much fun. We kept playing. It got very blue, and none of that is canon, but we have been drawing a little bit from them. Definitely not canon. Boy, oh boy, did we go. You know, it was like nobody was watching us in COVID, so we got a little saucy. But Vince is such an incredible writer, and I'm involved just making sure the comedy is there. It's true to the world. Sandeep Parikh, my other co-star, is such a funny writer. So we're involved, but the nitty-gritty is being done by Vince, balancing the subclasses, getting the monster stats right. And he's working directly with Hit Point Press, and they're just, he's a pro. And it was just a total happy accident because I was going to outsource all that writing, and thank God, you know, he is in it, and I'm so proud of him.
A different spin on in-house.
I know, and to have us all be working creatively again after almost 20 years.
Right.
He
and
was
now in
15.
all different capacities as well.
Yes, in all different capacities.
I did like in your promo video where he said, I'm all grown up now.
He is all grown up. He's 34. I'm like, what happened? You were 15. And he kept, you know, back in the day, he would just crack up on every take because he was just a kid. Now, I'm not going to put up with that.
Well, is there anything that we haven't covered particularly about the campaign that people might want to check out?
No, I just hope people know that it was never a question to go anywhere but to the fans. I did not take the script to anybody in Hollywood because, quite frankly, they suck. And the reason why I actually am doing this movie is the 20th anniversary and my love of the cast, and the fact that about a year and a half ago, an executive called up and wanted me to reboot the show with younger actors. And I was like, hell no, lady. Thank you for the call. But no. I mean, it was, you know, Hollywood is just, I have tried to pitch so many shows over the years to Hollywood, and Tabletop is a good example of that because I wanted to do board game stuff for mainstream TV, and I would pitch with big people involved and everything, and they would not understand the idea that I would feature an independent creator without getting paid for it, or without them owning it. They're like, well, we're not going to feature anything we don't own. Why would we do that? We'd have to charge 6 figures for sponsorship. I'm like, what about just curating for your audience?
Yeah.
I love acting and hosting. Call me anytime. But as far as making my own stuff, I want to do it on my terms because I know what my audience wants. My fans let me know what they want, and I want to spread the love because when I put my creativity out there, if it sparks creativity in someone else, that's the biggest gift of all.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Well, I think that's the perfect place that hopefully what you've just said will also spark some people who are watching this over on Board Game Geek. Felicia, thank you so much for taking a few minutes out of your very busy convention schedule. We really appreciate it.
This is the coolest room, you guys. I would just love to bury myself in this hot game room. It is definitely it's not even hot in here.
Thank you again for taking the time.
Thanks a lot.
We'll see you soon.